Welcome to this episode of Jammed, where we bring you real stories, real people, and real insight on things that has us jammed up in today's world. In today's episode, we're talking about the mind and how the mind is a terrible thing to waste. Enjoy the show. Okay, so we've all heard the phrase, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. That phrase right there, it's not just a slogan, it's a warning. You need to think of it as some sort of challenge. It's the truth that most of us know, but we don't always live by. Have you ever felt like you're doing all the things right, you're showing up, you're working hard, you're staying positive, but you're still not moving forward? Like there's something invisible that's, holding you back. Well, that something may be your mindset. Your mind is the command center of your life. It controls your perspective. It determines your emotional reactions. It also decides whether you're going to keep going or if you're going to give up. We always say, where the mind goes, the body will follow. That means if you're stuck in fear, self-doubt, negativity, your actions will reflect that. You'll hesitate. You'll shrink. You'll second guess your actions. You'll play small, even when greatness is inside of you and that greatness is calling for you to come out, but your mindset's not right. So let's flip it. When your mind is rooted in strength, in purpose, in faith, your body will also follow that. Your habits will start to change. You'll take more risk. You'll lead. You'll move a little bit differently. The mind sets the tone for everything. So here's why we can't afford to waste it. We can't afford to waste our mind and our mindset. We live in a world that profits on us being distracted, being disconnected. Your attention's being pulled in 1,000 different directions, from scrolling to comparing to reacting to consuming and buying things. And the more distracted your mind becomes, the less power it holds. You can't build a legacy with a tired mind. You can't lead your family, your community, and even your own life with a weak mindset. And you definitely can't step into the purpose that you're here for if your thoughts are stuck in survival mode. That's why this conversation matters. I'm not just talking about mental health, which is very important and very vital in today's world. I'm talking about mental strength, mental discipline, mental toughness, mental focus. A strong mind creates a strong life. End of story. I've learned the hard way. You can't always control your circumstances, but you can always control how your mind responds to them. That's the power. That's the responsibility. And that's where the shift begins. As I reflect back on my life, I know I had to get my mind right. There was a time in my life when I was physically present, but mentally absent. I was showing up to work, to my relationship, even to my own goals. But my mindset, it was stuck in the past, in the things I had did wrong, and in fear that I may make the same mistakes. I didn't realize that every time I told myself, you're not ready, or you'll never be good enough, my body was also listening. My choices were listening. My opportunities were listening, and I was missing out on some things. They were bouncing off the walls of a small, limited mind and a limited mindset that I had. So one day I had to ask myself, are you going to keep living in this defeated mindset, or are you going to take your own power back? That's when the shift started. And let me be clear, it didn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. This isn't some feel-good, fix-it-fast type journey. It's built brick by brick. I rebuilt the way I think. I started feeding my mind with truth instead of fear, vision instead of excuses. And guess what? My life started following the new direction. So if you're in a similar space right now, stuck in a mental fog, don't beat yourself up, but don't stay there either. It's time to do work. It's time to build that mental muscle, the one between the ears. So let's get to it. Here are 5 powerful ways to strengthen your mind and build the kind of mindset that can carry your purpose, your peace, your future. Number 1, Guard your input like your life depends on it, because it does. Be careful what you bring in. What you feed your mind will grow. You wouldn't eat junk food all day and expect to feel energized. So why do we let our minds snack on negativity, gossip, fear, toxic comparisons? Start filtering. Ask yourself, is this content feeding my future, or is it draining it? Is it pulling from it? Limit what you scroll. Protect your peace and replace the noise with things that build you: books, podcasts, scripture, real conversations with real people. Fill your mind with things that align with where you're headed and where you want to go. Number 2, rewire your thinking through repetition. Thoughts become habits, and habits become your identity. So the goal isn't just thinking positive thoughts once, it's training your brain to return to truth over and over again. Speak affirmations. I think we did an episode on that a while back. Journal what you're grateful for. Replace the words "I can't" with "how can I?" These small shifts in your brain, you'll get used to them over time. Number 3, and this is an old coaching term, get comfortable being uncomfortable. Comfort is the enemy of growth. We did an episode a while back on getting out of your comfort zone. Go back and take a listen at that. If you only do what feels good, you'll never become what you're meant to be. I'll say it again. If you only do what feels good, you'll never become who you're meant to be. Take small steps every day that stretch you. That might mean having to go through a tough conversation, waking up a little bit earlier, saying no to something that you've outgrown. When you embrace discomfort, you expand your capacity. Number 4, check your circle. Do a little audit on the circle of things that you have around you, the people. Your environment will always influence your elevation. So take an inventory. Who are you spending time with? Are they sharpening you, challenging you, speaking life to you? Or are they keeping you small, keeping you safe, and low key, keeping you stuck? You don't have to cut everyone off, but you do need boundaries. Protect your energy like it's sacred, because it is. Number 5, get you some rest, but rest with purpose. A strong mind doesn't mean you're constantly grinding all the time. You're not grinding your mind to death. Even warriors rest. Even champions rest. So take a break, unplug, regroup, but do it with intention. Rest so you can refuel, not escape. Rest so you can show up sharper, more focused, more aligned. Before we wrap it up today, I want to leave you with this. Your mind can either be your servant or your master. It will either obey your vision or it will be hijacked by fear, culture, and noise. And here's the truth. No one else is coming to train your mind for you. That's your job. That's your power. That's your responsibility. So lead it. Lead your thoughts. Lead your emotions. Lead your decisions. You've been given the gift of a brilliant, capable mind. We all have one. But what you do with it, that's on you. Don't waste it. Remember, your mindset is the soil, and whatever you plant there will grow. So plant strength, plant vision, plant truth. If not, you may be jammed. Thanks for listening.